I'm on. What's going on, everyone? It's David Palmer, Leo King, here for Spiritual Dance Music for this full moon in Pisces, September 9th, 2022. I'm actually going to take a video of this. This is the first time in my life I've ever had a stage where I have no audience at all. But all these people decided to go like in the weird corner. I've never seen a dance party before where like all these people, they all like go way in the back in the corner. I've never seen it before in my life. I was like tripping. It's a full moon in Pisces though. Welcome to Spiritual Dance Music. If you've never watched this show before, of course this is a live show that I've been doing since 2009 on every full and new moon to have us go, what the heck is going on these new moons, full moons, and on a full moon, it's our big release time, and especially welcome to Mercury retrograde on this full moon in Pisces, and especially a Mercury retrograde on the asteroid Fortuna, the Wheel of Fortune. No joke, it feels like your life is going all over the place. You don't know where it's all going to go next. We got North Node Uranus with this full moon. I'm loving the energy though, because it's definitely a time for us to find what we really are hopefully gonna find some peace with in our life and not trip out. This is gonna be the trippiest time in your life the next 3 weeks that will then lead into the most craziest and trippiest time of your life following it. So this is your preparation moment of prepare your mind, prepare yourself, prepare every part of your soul for not tripping and learning to truly know how to find your true self right now. And this is about letting go of the past. This is a full moon in Pisces, sextile to Uranus, Mercury retrograding just literally right before the apex of this full moon, which is happening at about 2:38 a.m. Pacific. It's about 12:20 here on the West Coast on the 10th of September, and it's happening in the next 2 hours. And of course, this shows where I'm going to tell you what's going on with this. What are we releasing? What are we going to use this full moon energy for? I'll pull some tarot cards, do a prayer, and then go live into a mix that I channel. It's awesome having a live audience tonight. We had a show, the last full moon of summer, here at High Vibe TV Studios. You can watch it right now by going to the link down below or going to highvibe.tv and clicking on Last Moon. And I just want to thank everybody that came here to the studios tonight to fill that energy up for everybody that was here on High Vibe and did the talks and did the panels, and especially to join me and all of us together for Spiritual Dance Music. So thank you all so much. There we go. Man, you know, I think I'm getting old, you know, when I've been DJing now for so long in my life. You know, I was eating those good old green triangles before they even fucking had e-pills that had fucking stamps on them. And I've been doing it so long, I'm like, oh my gosh, people don't scream anymore. People go in corners now. I'm like, wow. You know, you only went in the corner when you hit a NOS hit so many times from a balloon when you were rolling that you were in the corner and we went, okay, that's his 5th balloon in a row. I understand. Now, the high vibes, you'd think it'd be natural. You'd be around. People go into corners still. You gotta get over this fucking pandemic, fucking social distance lie bullshit. Jiminy Christmas. Part of that is about this full moon, right? We saw Mercury retrograde in 2020 in Pisces, and everybody fell for the spell. I hope at this point people aren't gonna fall back for the spell for the 170 million fucking Joe Biden shots that he just ordered for fucking that were on 8 mice. If you want, you know, it was the rats that carried the plague back in the day. Let's just keep testing those mice. But we also have to think on our spiritual level, like in our own lives. This is where you have to take this moment now and take the things you have and make them beautiful instead of going, it was so beautiful in the past and maybe I can go. And I said on High Vibe on Deep Astrology, I said on High Vibe this full moon horoscope basically, I told everybody that I'm not one to get very deeply involved when it comes to like Mercury retrograde, like things to pay attention to. But I said on this one, exes, don't. Just don't. I mean, this is Mercury retrograde in Libra on Fortuna. That asteroid, of course it's Jupiter's daughter, but it's an asteroid that deals with the up and downs, and especially the luck, and where we might feel like we're in bad luck. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. It turns. So you're going to feel parts of your life right now and stories that have brought you to greater places now because of that past. In other parts where maybe you're like, what the heck? It's not the way it used to be. And I think that this is going to be this great moment in our lives to where we find that, especially I think with the being in Libra, with the scales. It is the scales that we're trying to understand so much in our life that we're going to be changing, and to not be so afraid of, and know that through this process right now, being in the moment and letting go of the past and stepping forward in the moment and beautifying and having the imagination for the good things that are happening now, you'll get through this. But if you get stuck in your head and you get stuck on, with Mars especially, that's square to this full moon, Mars that's now in shadow, Mars that's exactly opposite Lucifer right now. This is where you have to know the environment you're in and not be around an environment that will pull you away from where Archangel Michael sits to hold Lucifer's foot from coming in heaven. And this is not a time for you to go back into the past, especially bad environments, bad energy, bad situations. This is where you got to let it go fully, because the second Archangel Michael leaves heaven, that's right when Lucifer gets in. I'll see you in 1 sec. We're going to pull the cards.
Today's a big day. Crank your son of a bitch up. Crank your son of a bitch up. Today's a big day.
let's see what's in those cards. I'm telling you, this is not, this is definitely a time to learn how to swim through and enjoy the momentary stuff and stay away from fucking crazy motherfucking environments and stupid ass past situations. Get the fuck away from that. Okay? Don't be a fucking idiot. I had a reading this week with a good client of mine for like over the last 6-7 years, and he fucking told me today, or it was like 2 days ago, he was like, I forgot. Well, I don't know. I have a lot of one-liners, but it was just like, he says he has a buddy of his that says, shut the fuck up every time. And he goes, I thought of you, man. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say all the time, shut the fuck up in a horoscope. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. So you know what? When that environment comes around and fucking that past energy that you're like, maybe that looks really good because I'm at a bad place and I feel. This is where you go, shut the fuck up. I'm not going to do that. All right? This is, hey, God let us say shut the fuck up for a reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's not forget about that. All right. We got the 7 of Wands as our first card. Upright. Stay on the good position on the hill in life. This is not a time for you to be like, maybe I should move out of this energy. And you got to hold your own. This is where valor takes place. In order to have something, you got to hold it in life. You got to hold the passion. You can have victories and all, but if you're not going to continue, for me, I'm going to race nationals next weekend and then world finals in 3 weeks. It's not like you're only as good as your last victory. You're only as good as your last thing unless you stay with it. So I think that this is going to be a moment in life where, there's a lot of problems coming at us, but we take the higher position in our life. We hold the good positions. Nothing can come and get us. Our second card that we got here is the King of Cups reversed. So, yeah, this is where I think that right now, if you're feeling like the emotions are uneasy or you don't know, it's because you're going to have to take a position on emotions in your life. You're going to have to dig your heels in on where you want to be in your life instead of being like so floaty. This is not a good time. I know it's a full moon in Pisces, but it's about letting go of the past, not being floaty. This is a time to dig our heels in the places that are beautiful and that are great for us in our life and not the other way around and just float around. Oh, wow. We got an 8 of Swords upright as our challenge. Definitely, I said, this will be the most heady, most craziest Mercury retrograde you've ever been through in your life. And guess what? 8 of Swords is that. Getting stuck in your head. Definitely being lost in a place to where you're in toxic energy or those toxic environments, which I just said, like tell those environments to shut the fuck up and don't get caught up into them. Our overall is the Justice card upright. This is definitely justice. I love this card. It's a card of restoring the truth, restoring the energy of what is, or staying within it. I feel like there's a lot of areas in our life where that justice is true, our truth is understood, our balance, but this is not a time for you to deny yourself of your most beautiful places that are true to yourself. This is not a time that you sell your truth away. This is not a time that you sell yourself, energetically because you're just trying to stir things up in a way. This is where you really want to find your center right now and you want to stay in that divine balance because everything's going to come unbalanced to test you, to see if you are just to the Almighty and the divine. Spiritual advice is the Ace of Swords upright. Definitely staying out of the past, moving into the new exciting environments, the new future, and clearing our heads of toxic energy, emotions that really were not serving us, and not being afraid to have the valor to take what we want in our life. I know everybody wants to know about some love. Well, 6 of Wands in reversed, I would say that, this is us going on the quest to find our victory. It feels like it's that energy of going on the quest. I don't think that it's like so much about celebrating a victory. I think that it's like, where are we going with the beautiful things in our life that we can go that feels like a journey? This is a definite time to find the energy and love that's journeyous. Don't feel like it's all successful. It's like the success will be the ultimate victory of what that accomplishes in your relationships. And if you feel like you've already accomplished it all with somebody, that's probably a bad sign. Queen of Cups upright. Yeah, what's nurturing you and what's actually feeding you that nourishment, that's going to be a huge part of it. And the nourishment's going to be the journey for some sort of quest, the journey for doing something mission-oriented or even passion-oriented, but having a purpose, and that's the real nourishment in life that keeps us going and keeps us moving, especially on this full moon. And the full reverse. This is definitely not time to go backwards into some old bullshit that never worked, or be the illusionary and jump off a cliff with somebody who's fucking in the wrong environment energetically. Definitely not a time to be stuck in that. I did bring some of my Avalon cards here, and we got the cat, independence, healthy boundaries. The cat's smart. The cat knows exactly what's going on. It doesn't need to take, like, what should I do? You know, it's one that knows how to have healthy boundaries and staying in the right environments and not the wrong environments. It came with the owl, deception, wisdom. You know, this is one where it's like we can either be the stupid one or we can be the wise one. And I feel like the smarter the owl is, the owl knows where to land. It knows which tree to land on. It knows the smartest ones stay up all night. The dumb ones go to bed at 8 p.m. Nobody got that joke? Wow, tough crowd tonight. And the last one I got is the frog. I guess we got a lot of frogs here in the audience tonight. Cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. I mean, that's really what this full moon's all about. We got to jump to the next lily pad in life. We just can't just stay on a lily pad until we're drowning. That's not fun. So, you know, and I feel like because we're in Virgo season, it's like I don't need to do any more cards. It's pretty fucking clear. And even though that I know for some it might feel like it's not a clear time, well, it's never a full clear time in life, or else you'd be dead. This is where I go into the prayer, and then we go live into the mix. Dear God, thank you so much for this moment where we have all truly waited for. We've all waited for this moment to step into our highest self, to where we could be on the mission to bring a truth into our life, to embody that within ourselves. That's our job. Our job is to be connected with you and the divine in its highest form, and to embody in your energy, your love. This is definitely the time where we know we are going into the greatest quest of our life. I know that the last couple of years, Lord, have been a great test for us as we try out our ships that you have taken us on to our great journey, and that we are finally at the destination, to the real start of this. This is definitely a time where we let go of all that is not serving us anymore, to stay around the right environments, the right energy, the right people, but more importantly, the truth within ourselves. And we only find that truth through you, Lord. I appreciate you so much for all the love that you give through the truth that you always give. You never give us anything but truth, but love. And I know that in this time that there is so much out there that could be freaking people out, especially just in themselves and the mind. And I ask for you at this moment, Lord, to give them that relief, to help them come back to truth, to come back to love, to come back to the sovereignty within that embodied self, that you were so great and so beautiful to craft the uniqueness of every single one of us on this planet. And we are all here in our highest form. That's our job, that's our service, but more importantly, it's our amazing, most divine duty. And it's time for our mission, which is divine duty. The divine duty to be the best that we can be, to be the best that we can for others by being the best that we can through ourselves and through the truth that we always connect with you, and to connect with others that are in that divine truth. I know, Lord, that there is a great darkness that is out there that is trying to overcome the beauty, the love, and your light, and I know it never will. Just know that we are always here in our divine duty to hold the line, to hold the mission, and more importantly, to not be afraid and to not break down, to not let the mind take us over in these times, and to make sure that we take more and more of this beautiful moment and turn it into the beautiful dreams and into the beauty and into the grace that you bring into our life. We are no longer here to serve our past. We are all here to serve this moment, and all here to serve this moment to make a greater future. I appreciate you so much, Lord. I know that people could trip out during these times and feel like they're on the wrong side of fortune or any of these things, and it's not true. We are always on the right side of fortune. We are always on the right side of love. We are always on the right side of our most beautiful lives. And I know that you are just making us stronger in this moment. I know that you are testing us to be even better, and especially because it is so major and it is so big as we are going through an evolving and changing universe and world that we cannot even fully comprehend. And I know that it's all a plan, and I know that 100% in all of us, our hearts beat one beat stronger every second for our love for you, our excitement for this new journey, and the wild, beautiful energy that you have built within us that is being activated. I appreciate you so much, Lord. Amen. All right, everyone, this is where join us live. We're going to have a good time. I do this all brand new every 2 weeks. Pick all brand new tracks. I just literally picked them up right now. I've never even heard them. That's what's crazy. I hear about 3 seconds of every track. I'm like, yeah, that's it. And I do it all, channel it all for this energy. Release that past, release that. Let's bring the future forward by taking this now and making it beautiful and letting the past and the memories be the past. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you live right now in the mix.